Hi, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Sagittarius, I am so happy to be back. I feel like I've said that over and over again. I just keep repeating, like, I'm so happy to be back, and then I'm gone again. But, like, between illnesses and sickness and cleanses and Christmas and day off and New Year's and whatever, now I think I'm back. For how long, I don't know, but it feels like it's for a little bit longer time now. Finally. So, Sagittarius, starting this new year, let's see what's going on for you. I'm going to start with an overall energy, and we're just going to go deeper and deeper and see what we can find for you. And you're going to have plenty of time to figure out if this is your reading or not. To then, if you want to come to the extension or not. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the extension towards the end for those that are interested, that there's two ways of getting it now. So, Sagittarius, please. See what's going on here. I hope you're rested. I hope you had a beautiful, whatever you're celebrating. Unicorn. And memories. So we're starting with the unicorn. That one arrived first. Love this. If we can focus. So beautiful. So Sagittarius, usually this is my Virgo card. This has come out a lot through the years for Virgo. So maybe there's a strong connection somehow, some way for you. Maybe you have a lot of Virgo in your birth chart. Maybe you're dealing with a Virgo. Whatever this is for you. There's a lot of Virgo influence. I see this as a blend, like the unicorn. To me, the unicorn, I know it's silly, but to me, the unicorn talks really as a unicorn. Someone that's very unique, someone that has a unique perspective, someone that is like extra. Like we have those people that are really, really good at what they're doing. And then we have the people that are just freaking excellent at what they're doing. And then we have the unicorn. Like there's something about you, Sagittarius, that you are the unicorn right now, or you're stepping in, like you're blending at least yourself. Like we have a real unicorn here, but we have Sagittarius that are starting to blend with the unicorn. So let's see what that is about as we go deeper. And then together with memories, cherish memories of loved ones. It almost sounds a little bit like ancestral, like think of your loved ones in the ethers. Like think of your loved ones as they have crossed over. Think of the ones that has lived before you and who they were and what they can bring to the table. Like they're not gone in any way. They're just there to sort of help you with information, help you with anything that you need to know right now that has to do with you becoming this unicorn. It feels very like whatever you need to draw from your loved ones on the other side, whatever you need to, like the information you need, or rather the information that you will access as you more and more step into this unicorn phase in your life. Interesting start here. So let's see what this is all about. Why is this here for unicorn? Let's just start talking about Sagittarius as the unicorn. Like it's all the other zodiac signs, and then we have the unicorn, which is Sagittarius. So we have passion ignited. You're coming back from something. There's something that's been, I'm sorry about this, like this has been, even in, I've had a dog like many years ago, and this card has even been in the mouth of that dog. So I'm sorry. It's this emotional withdrawal. I see this blue here, or this blue turquoise here today. It's almost like I've never seen that even before. Like And if you look at it from this perspective, it looks very much like just your shadow as you're sitting down. It's just your shadow. And I watched that today here. It's very much my shadow here on the wall. It's like even the shadow can't stay dark too long. Like that is a saying. Like even your shadow can't stay dark too long. Like even your shadow is getting color. And I can't look at that color without thinking about my son, my oldest son, my 21-year-old, who is hearing impaired. He's borderline into being deaf, and we're using sign language. We're using sign language, and in Sweden, the color for the sign language is turquoise. And so like when we celebrate, we have like one day a year, we celebrate the day of sign language here in Sweden. And all about that day is turquoise. And all about the sign is turquoise. And so today I'm very reminded of the turquoise. And so there's something about like, I mean, obviously, yes, he can't hear physically. He can hear some things, but like, mostly he can't hear, and mostly like if his hearing aid is gone, like he's gone. So we have to use sign language. And for the most part, even though he feels sometimes like it's a handicap, for the most part, it has been an addition. For the most part, whatever felt like a loss, so we have the emotional withdrawal here, we have emotional loss, emotional withdrawal. And whatever felt recently like as a shadow, and whatever my son would, as an analogy here now, whatever my son would say, like this is a handicap, or this is like, whatever he feels, the loss of the hearing has deprived him of, has also, made him gain so much. And I know from the beginning, like he was born hearing, by the way. It's a very fascinating story, but he was born hearing, and at the age of 4 it started to just sort of slowly just dim away, and then almost full on deaf. And so, and from the very early age, like of that, like 4, 5, 6, even later, it wasn't a judgment whether on this was wrong or not. That's like later in life, like why is this happening, and why, and all of the things that you could sort of judge as this is wrong, or this is not the way that it should be, including your own story now, Sagittarius, whatever's going on in your life. And if there's even to the point where some of you guys have had a similar story to what I'm talking about now, literally with the hearing loss, but it can also be a loss of something else, or a loss of someone else, whether loss to the other side, or loss like here, you don't talk to them anymore, you're not engaged with them anymore, not engaged as we do in sign, but like you're not there anymore with a certain someone, or loss of something else that at first glance, or when you start to question it, it might look like a handicap, it might look like a loss, it might look like something that you feel deprived of, that at a different, like it's going to lead to this passion ignited. It's going to be the reason why you're the unicorn. You would be, I'm sorry to say, and I mean this in the most kind way. You would just be an ordinary, boring person, right? Had all of this not happened, you would be an ordinary person. But you're not. You're stepping into your unicornness. I couldn't even call you a Sagittarius. It's like you're called unicorn from now on. My unicorns. Like you're that unique, and it's like you're blending. At least you're blending with it now. You're not just your person, and you're not full on unicorn, but you're blending, and it's due to something that felt like a loss, something that really maybe for the most or majority part of your life has felt like something that has been taken away from you. And now it's almost like the shadow can't even stay dark. It moves into this turquoise, It's like now we're actually celebrating it. The gain and the I don't even know how to describe it. Like, just as a mother, to just be a mother, it hasn't happened to me. I'm just the observer and trying to have like been the best support that I could ever be to my son during all of these years. I mean, how that affected me as an individual that he couldn't hear has only had an upside to it, has only been beneficial. It's the reason why I even came into vibration. I was such an oblivious, naive, arrogant little douche before I had my son and before he actually lost his hearing. When he lost his hearing, I went crazy because I was like, what the F is going on? He wasn't born deaf. And so I wouldn't, like, if he would have been born deaf, I would have like probably just said, okay, something, he was born with this, thing. But as he started to hear, he could hear, and he developed his language, and we talked. And then that is just all taken away. It feels like it was taken away. I was like, and the doctors just said, we can't explain it. And I was like, that is not enough for me. Like, you can't explain it? Are you kidding me? And then started my quest. And that's the first time I even realized that hearing is vibration, like interpreted vibration. 21 years ago, or a little less. Like, I went on this quest, like, what is this? And then is when I find out about vibration. I find out about like other dimensions, other realities. I have to show up when I talk to him. I can't just stand out in the kitchen and yell because he doesn't hear me, because he doesn't hear. I have to show freaking up. I have to be face to face to him, and I have to be present, which forced me into being present. I was all over the place. And then all of a sudden it's like, if I just did this and he couldn't see my lips anymore, he was gone. And so he just forced me to be freaking present. So getting vibration and presence, living in the moment, I think for me personally, is the biggest gifts that I could have ever been given. And I don't know what other way I would have gained that. And for him to have developed this like second nature to, he will say certain things. Like, he will say, like, so-and-so is coming. Did you hear them? No, I felt them. Did you feel that vibration? He was like, yeah. Or if there's like, he's the biggest drummer of all time. Like, he has this beat, this rhythm in his body. And you would think that somebody doesn't hear wouldn't have rhythm. He has rhythm because he has vibration. He listens to not what we're saying, but to what he feels. And he's taught me so much about feeling, like feeling the vibration when everybody else hasn't gotten a clue. He feels it. And that has made me want to go like, do you feel that? Like, how do you feel that? Where do you feel that? He's like, well, it's just in me. I just feel it. You just feel it. Okay, how do you feel it? And then he's trying to describe, and it's like, it's a freaking 7th or 8th sense that he has had to develop. He has had to develop and to tune into people, because he can't hear what you're saying, and so he has to sort of pick up what is their energy today, what is their emotional status. He needed to train himself to understand, to sign language and body language, and it's an addition. It's the most beautiful thing that probably could have ever happened, him and me. And now we're moving in, but that's a different story. I think that he will be able to hear again. I think we just needed this little phase for me to get freaking present and start to understand the bigger schemes of this universe and myself, and to be able to get into my purpose, and for him to just have both worlds, like to first not hear and then probably start to hear again. Yeah, I can't think of another more gifting. So what is that, Sagittarius? And you might not like at first glance, like, well, I haven't had anything like that. or I haven't, or you might know straight away. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm not, I might even be one of the people with a hearing loss, or loss of a person, or something that you felt was taken away from me. I'm talking for you. This is taken away from me, and I don't see it as a trait. I don't see it as, am I fortunate for that being taken away from me? Your shadow, this shadow shit, is starting to turn into color, even celebration, addition. Number 8 is power, is strength. It's as above, so below. You're bringing heaven into earth. You're reversing, like you're understanding how to use this, what felt like first a depriving of life is now an addition. And we're now coming into the passion ignited, like you're using it as a, it's even fuel now. It's even fire now. That before felt like the fire was put out. The flame in you was put out because of this. Maybe even to the point of no return. Like, I don't want to be part of this anymore, because that's how heavy it felt when this was taken away from you, or that you stepped away from, or you felt like, I don't know how many angles I can try this, but I just have to step away from it, or whatever this is for you. Has made you, or is making you, as we speak, into this unicorn. There's something that's so specifically unique to you, and that you're not just semi-good at, you're brilliant. At this one thing, you're brilliant at it. And you might not even understand how brilliant you are, because it's so second nature to you. It's like saying, you're so brilliant at breathing. I know everybody's breathing, but like as an analogy, it would be to tell Sagittarius, you're so freaking phenomenal at breathing. And you would be... Well, I sort of do it every day. I don't even think about it. So how is that brilliant? Well, you're sort of the only one who does it. It's crappy analogy, because everyone does it. But like as a thing, it's just it's so second nature to you that you probably don't even realize how freaking awesome it is. Can we just get a little bit more clarification around this whole thing? This unicorn, this, what is it, the Seri, I can't even say your, yeah, an exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. This is like when this is almost like, so the emotional withdrawal, like the hurricane or the dust settles, or I don't know how many analogies I'm supposed to use. Like when the sun is coming up again, like we're having passion ignited, we're seeing it with the clouds, like the worrisome clouds are moving away. The snow is melting away. You're starting to see clearly again. Page of Michael to me is like new energy coming in, new messages being delivered to you at this moment. You're literally turning the page. Like, this is over. We're turning the page into something new. And you're stepping into this new unicorn being of yourself. An exciting new challenge, and you have what it takes. I'm actually right there. I'm going to move this into the extension. So if you feel like this is you, or this intrigues you, like, I want to know more about this because I feel like, yeah, there is something there, then you're so welcome to the extension. Long story short, I will offer Vimeo and Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee, you probably heard me talk about this before. It's a donation-based site that I'm moving into, but we still have Vimeo for those who chooses to until August of this year, July or August of this year. I've lowered the rate on Vimeo to half, I think. Like, we have, I don't know how much that is in, but it was 44 in Swedish, and I'm lowering it down to 22 Swedish. So you do the math. So whatever your preference until August. But I believe that in August, come August, Vimeo will be gone for me, and it will be all about Buy Me a Coffee that I so enjoy. I so adore. So check that out if you want to. Also, My True North, I started this new channel, and we're doing this breathing yourself into alignment right now. Breathing ourselves through all the 9 chakras, feet, knees, root, and so on. And we just started. So if you want to jump on board, please come visit that. I put the link in the description box. Now I'm going to move into the extension and see what else beautiful things we can find around this unicorn Sagittarius. So if that intrigues you, you're so welcome there. Thank you so much for watching.